some of the issues that we discuss at the AU and at SADC, you understand that if you look at, for instance, as an example, just one, the North-South corridor, we would want to see a regionally integrated transport network system, a system where all of the railway systems of the region are interoperable, which therefore means you can move from country to country and be able to trade. So because I think connectivity and connection is really what you look at in this world. And if you want to lead, it's important that you are able to speak the same language, whether you are the port system or the rail system. That alignment is quite critical in order for us to be able to optimize the supply chain, because it is the supply chain that needs to compete. So when people look at us as a region, we are competing with the Australian region in terms of coal, we are competing with the South Americans in terms of such things as iron ore. So it is important for us to make sure that we can deliver these commodities at a cost that makes South African companies or Southern African companies competitive in the markets in which they operate. Very important. We need also to make sure that as we move forward, we create a logistics freight system that creates its own capacity ahead of demand. Supply creates demand, that is Say's law. We have tended to, in the past, lag behind in terms of the supply of infrastructure. For instance, you would know that a number of mining companies would like to be exporting various commodities, but the constraint at the moment is logistics infrastructure. We want to make sure that as we move forward, we never talk about things like this in the future, that this era becomes the era where it is the last time that we talked about demand ahead of supply. As I've indicated, we need to identify the right kind of skills, the correct types of skills for the 21st century that will assist us to move ahead. I think importantly, as we talk about nation states, it's important for the state to continue to retain its role to control the networks in order for it to be able to lead and direct infrastructure investment and the development of the supply industry. What is important here is to understand that the type of infrastructure we talk about is infrastructure that lasts 50, 75 to 100 years. And therefore, the private sector is hardly prone to investing in long-dated, long payback period infrastructure, and therefore the state needs to step in and provide the necessary catalytic intervention that is required in order for us to be able to grow.